Okay, let's discuss NCl3. So starting with the formula, we're going to generate the Lewis structure and then calculate any formal charges if there are any in this molecule. So nitrogen is in the fifth column. So nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. Chlorine here is in the seventh column. So each chlorine has 7 electrons. Okay, so 21 plus 5 gives me 26 valence electrons to assign. So just like in the case of ammonia, we have to first tether the molecule together. And this is going to be the normal, almost all cases. The first atom is the middle of the molecule, and then whatever's listed second is around the outside. If that's not the case, I'll provide you more information. To get the molecule stuck together, I use 2, 4, 6 electrons, and that leaves me 20 electrons to assign. In order to use these electrons up, and this is another rule, we first want to go around and satisfy the outside atoms before we go and satisfy the inside atom if we have enough electrons to do so. And so this has 2, and we need to get it up to a total of 8 electrons for the chlorine. So, okay, so that chlorine is now happy. 2, 4, 6, and then that bond, 8. Okay, and then going around and satisfying all the chlorine atoms, I've used 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 electrons up. Okay, and that leaves me with 2 electrons to assign. Chlorines are all happy. I have 2 electrons to assign. Without even thinking about it, going to dump the last 2 electrons on the nitrogen, and now I'm out of electrons to assign. And now I need to see if everybody's happy at the end of the day. So that chlorine sees 8 electrons. This chlorine sees 8 electrons. This chlorine sees 8 electrons. And finally, the nitrogen here in the middle sees 8 electrons. It sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons. So all of them have 8 electrons. All of them satisfy the octet rule. All right, now I will go down here and redraw our final structure. Okay, so now I'm going to see if there are formal charges. Again, I do this with boxes. I did the octet rule with circles. Boxes work better here to remind me when I hit one of the lines that the line contains 2 electrons and the box splits that in 2. So 1 electron goes to chlorine, 1 electron goes to nitrogen. All right, let's look at this chlorine. This chlorine in this Lewis structure has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons in the Lewis structure, and a chlorine atom by itself has 7 valence electrons. And so no charge on the chlorine. All of these guys are the same, so those have no charge. And I bet you can guess what's going to happen with the nitrogen here. So the nitrogen in the Lewis structure has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons. And a nitrogen atom from the periodic table has 5 electrons. So this is also no charge. And if we were to go and try to sum all the charges up, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 means the whole thing has no charge. And that's good because the formula has no charge on it.